Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me again today. Today I'll be talking to you about how to find a therapist. So if you're interested in finding out more, keep on watching. So one thing that we should know about therapy is that it works. Research shows that about 75% of people who enter into therapy show benefit from it. In fact, there was a research study that utilized brain imaging techniques, right? So they did some brain imaging of people who have gone through therapy before, and they also did it after. So the findings show that patients actually showed improvements in their brain. There were some changes in their brain as a result of psychotherapy. So therapy works. So now, how do you go about finding a therapist? The first tip that I want to share is that you utilize online platforms. Online platforms like Therapy for Black Girls, Black Female Therapists, Psychology Today have a list of therapists in your area. And also, if you're looking for some therapists that specialize in a particular issue that you're struggling with, online platforms also allow you to do that. I remember watching, I think it was a Facebook watch of, I think Taraji P. Henson has a Facebook Watch show, and Gabrielle Union was a guest on the show, and she talked about how for her it was important that she found a therapist that understood her Blackness. She said she didn't want to have to explain, the Black experience to a therapist. And I think that that's a valid point, right? That's something that's important for you as well, where you have some specific attributes that you're looking for in a therapist. Going through online platforms and looking at the profiles of the therapists in your area could really help you narrow down your search. Another example is this: if you're a victim of sexual abuse and you're looking for somebody that specializes in treating victims of sexual abuse, a lot of online platforms, they have therapists that writes that on their platforms that this is an area of specialty. Or if you've experienced trauma also related to grief and loss issues, a lot of therapists also list that on their platforms that this is an area of specialty for them. Online platforms really helps take away a lot of the guesswork because you can see the specialties and you can use that to make your decision. Another way to find a therapist is by asking your primary care provider. Your primary care provider is your physician, your family practice physician or your OBGYN, asking them about whether or not they have a referral for you. A lot of times doctors' offices, they do have a list of clinicians that they refer patients to for therapy. So that's another way to go about looking for a therapist, is by simply asking your doctor to look through your insurance company's directory. So many of you have health insurance, right? You have health insurance. Chances are your insurance company has an online directory, and a lot of times all it takes is for you to create an online account so you can search through your insurance company's directory and locating a therapist that is near you. It's beneficial to look through your insurance company's directory because it helps you know for sure that this particular provider is covered by your insurance company. So look through your insurance company or call on the phone and talk to an insurance representative to help you in finding a therapist that would work for you. A lot of therapists, again, have their specialties listed. They have basic things that would help you take away the guesswork so you can make your decision. So go ahead, call your insurance company or look through the insurance, your online insurance directory so you can find a therapist that is close to you. My last tip that I want to share is for many of us that may be uninsured but still want to seek mental health treatment. A lot of times what you don't know is that in your area, there are what is called community health centers. Community health centers are a one-stop shop clinic that provide primary care services to individuals in low-income communities. And what happens in community health centers is that many people don't know that they're actually therapists embedded into a community health center program. Actually, that is where I work. I work in a community health center. So if you're uninsured or you're underinsured, you can get mental health services from a community health center. All you have to do, again, is go online, do a quick Google search and type in community health centers in my area. More than likely, you you have a few community health centers in your area that you can choose from, and then you can go to them to seek therapy. So if you're uninsured or underinsured, go ahead and do a quick search for community health centers in your area, and you can get connected with a therapist close to you. Let's do a quick wrap up of how you can go about finding a therapist. The first tip that I shared is that you should look at online platforms. Online platforms like Therapy for Black Girls, Black Female Therapists, Psychology Today are all wonderful platforms that you can utilize to find a therapist in your area. My second tip is that you talk to your primary care provider. My third tip is that you look at your insurance company's directory simply by going online or calling to speak to an insurance representative. And my last tip is that you seek mental health services at a local community health center. That's about it for this video. I hope you were able to learn a thing or two. And if you're out there thinking about therapy and you're still, on the fence about it, I want this video to push you into the right direction, because there is simply no health without mental health. A lot of us are just suffering because we don't know that therapy could really help us to get over that hump. Therapy can help us to live the life that we actually want. So if you're out there, you're watching this video, be sure to utilize all of the tips or one of the tips that I've shared with you today in finding a therapist that works for you. The life that you want, that purpose-driven life, is on the other side of therapy. So I hope that you seek help. Thank you so much for watching my video today. Again, I hope that you've been able to learn a thing or two, and I'll see you next time on my next video. Thanks again, and God bless. Bye.